everybody, what's up? Welcome to how to draw a portrait. And this tutorial is going to be broken up into 3 parts: the sketch, inking, and coloring. So let's just get started on the sketching. You can do this part on a regular sheet of paper, but since I'm doing it in Photoshop, I have to set my brush settings first. And I also always use separate layers when I'm drawing. So the first thing I'm doing is drawing my construction lines. I always start from the head, then work my way into the face and down to the neck. The head should be round, but it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. Now for the jaw, it's kind of like a boxy triangular shape. And here I'm drawing a cross and a triangle, and these are going to help with the placement of eyes, nose, and the mouth. And the neck is sort of like a cylinder shape, and here I'm drawing in the shoulders, and you can kind of see they're shrugged upwards, and I just drew in circles for the shoulders and then straight lines for the clavicle bones and slightly curved lines for the sternocleidomastoid muscles. Now I made a new layer where I will be drawing more details to the sketch. And the part of the face that I always start with are the eyes, and the top of the eye should rest on the horizontal line that we made earlier. You can draw them any way you want, but I decided to draw them in a round kind of almond shape, and keep in mind that the distance between 2 eyes is the length of 1 eye. Now for the nose, I used to draw all sorts of lines for it, but now I try to keep it simple with just a triangular shape with small indents where the nostrils are and round out the sides. For the mouth, it's going to be closed and in a slight smile. So I'm going to start with the middle line where the lips meet and draw a slightly curvy line. I drew a slight dip in the middle like what some people have, but you can keep it nice and smooth if you want to. Then I'm going to do the same with the top lip and keep the bottom lip bigger and plumper. And the dip on your top lip is called a tubercle, or your cupid's bow. For the eyebrows, I usually don't make them longer than the eyes, and I keep the bottom line curved and then have the upper line have a more pointed arch. The outer ends should come out to a point, and then the inner part I like to keep sort of round or boxy, depending on how I feel like drawing them. For the neck and shoulders, they were really simple shapes, so I just drew over them, making sure that they were even and they basically looked nice. Now for the hair. Hair is a lot of fun. Don't overthink it, just let it flow. Literally, like, hair is generally flowy, so just make quick wispy lines. Unless you want to do a certain hairstyle, then you can draw straighter lines if the hair is pulled back or if it has a lot of product in it. But right now I'm drawing her hair out, so I'm letting it flow, and I'm just going to keep it kind of pretty looking. And when you're drawing the detailed lines of the hair, it's okay if they cross because hair is imperfect and it goes all over the place. Now for the detail of the eyes. I either do this last or not at all during this stage, but you can see that I'm drawing the top eyelashes and they're kind of curved upwards, and the bottom lashes are generally shorter and they curve downward. The irises and the pupils look like they're perfect circles, and I generally do the best I can during the sketch, but then I perfect them during the inking stage. I usually don't go into so much detail at this point of the drawing for the eyes, because without color and shading, the eyes look kind of crazy. So that's pretty much it for the sketching process. We'll tidy it up and make it look nice once we start inking. So stay tuned for part 2.